Alrighty, this is conclusion from the sando, and I'm going to make the shoe here, and we'll go ahead and lower the subdivision a little bit, and we'll activate the cemetery, and we use the face mode, and I got transparency set, and I'll right click and drag approximately right here. We'll turn on the soft selection. And it's going to take a little bit of imagination, so this has a little tip to it, and I'll pull it ahead like this. And the back half, we'll bring this all the way back, and we'll kind of tip it up a little bit, and just eyeballing it right now. Needs to be stretched out just a little bit more. Right click and drag. And we'll tip this back around like this. And I'll go ahead and pull this down a little bit. We'll work on the rest of this here in just a little bit. Let's take a look at this real quick. Alrighty. I'm not worried about getting that heel right now, so I just want to get the rest of it lined up. And I know when this one here is kind of pointy, so I might just go ahead and go into the chop view mode here, and right click and drag over a few of these, kick up my soft selection a little bit, and I'll bring it in with this cube here, kind of scale it in a little bit, and I'll drag a little bit closer. A little bit more. Just kind of make it kind of pointy, just using our imagination right now. Alrighty. Let's go to selection mode. Let's scale this a little bit like this. Alright, now that we got that kind of lined up, we'll go into the next step. Alright, we'll go ahead and deactivate the cemetery, and we'll select some of these here, and I'm going to hold the control key down and drag this way, sort of. Well, better yet, I'll just do this. I'm going to get this little rim here, get it back in the world mode, and loop this, and I'm going to delete this one here. And as you can see right here, then I'm going to take this intersection, hold the shift key down, and over the numpad hold the plus sign down until it highlights all these, then delete it. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and activate the cemetery again, and we'll go ahead and move everything up and do some more alignment. Let's activate this here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start with the top a little bit, right to the back here. And like I said, this will take a little bit of imagination. I'm going to grab a couple more of these here. Twist this a little bit. Twist a little bit more. Scoot that back just a little bit here. And we'll select some of these down here. Usually when you try setting one up, that'll throw the other ones out of whack. That's not a problem right now. Once you get the hang of it, then you'll know which ones to select and which ones not to select. It's looking a little bit better. I want to bring this up just a little bit here. Alrighty, and the front of it needs to go down just a little bit, not much. Alright, that looks a little bit better here. Alright, we'll tip this to the side here. I'll go ahead and collapse this, not collapse it, but remove the history. And we're going to go ahead and loop all the way around. We are going to hold the control key down and scale in. And we are going in the blue axis, which is this one here, and we're going to zero this out. Go to selection, convert selection into points, and we'll use the average weld on this. One should do it. Let's double check that by looping something here, and as I said before in the other video, it'll loop all the way around if it's welded. Okay, of course we got these triangles we need to remove. Delete that, and we'll weld this point to here, and we'll do the same to the tip. Delete that one, delete that one. Alright, and let's subdivide that and take a look. Okay, now there's a couple things that we need to do here. Is one is I'm going to need some more edges so I can grab here. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and ring this here, and I'm going to use connect. Alright, and also I will not be needing these faces up here because that's going to be where the shoe is going to be having a hole. I'm not sure how much I need to go, so that might be alright there. As you can see, it's starting to take a little bit of shape now. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take the shoe here and approximately somewhere around in this area here. As you can see, the other shoe has got a little bevel on it from the tip here all the way to the back. And we're going to go ahead and go into side view, transparency, and activate the symmetry, and we'll bring some of these edges down just a little bit. Alright, that don't look too bad. And while I got this out here, I believe the shoe gets a little wide here at the bottom. Not too wide, but I'll just bring it out a little bit, and maybe bring this in just a little bit. Start to give it a little bit of shape. And actually I'll go ahead and grab a couple of these and bring these out just a little bit. This is when you gotta have a little bit of imagination. Alright, that's looking pretty good there. Alright, I'm going to make this little part right here on the shoe that kind of bevels out here from the tip, the shoe here to the back where it comes up in the back. That'll be somewhere in this area here. I do want to fix a few things before I go ahead and get started. Alright, click and drag. And just tip this around just a little bit. And we'll bring this up. not looking too bad. And we're going to go ahead and select this area right here, and we're going to loop it. Deactivate the soft selection. Let me loop that again. And I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the control key down, and I'm going to click this cube, and I'm going to click it once, and I'm not going to move nothing. I'm going to let go of the control key and just press enter real quick before anything happens, because while this is still selected, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try scaling this out just a little bit, or bring it forward. Okay, and I'm going to hold here. Alrighty, and we'll see what the between does. Shift clicking to deselect them, and we're going to go ahead and bring this out just a little bit. Okay. As you can see, I kind of got this look right here. This one has to come up just a little bit, but we need some symmetry and we need some soft selection. Alright, that's looking a whole lot better. It does need a little bit more. And this one here, as you can see, this one kind of comes down just a little bit tighter. Now if what I want to, I'm going to Control Z that, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, you can see it's got the bevel, but it goes all the way around the shoe, and I'm going to go ahead and just fix that real quick with the soften brush. And I had paused the video if you're wondering why that soften brush was already pre-selected, so we'll just go ahead and select here and see if we can soften this up a little bit. And we'll bring it down here. And soften this a little here. Look a little bit better. And we'll validate it. I got most of it out, so like I said, I'm not getting real picky in this video, because if I did, it would just take me forever to finish this up, and I really don't want to take forever. Okay, I'll fix the heel on this one, because I kind of want this one here a little bit smaller. And we'll just kind of scale it down just a little bit, or scale it in, whatever you want to call it. Alrighty, now it's starting to take a little bit of shape here. Let's take a side view look. Let's turn on transparency here. Not bad. This could be tweaked down just a little bit. Might want to bring the side in here as I deactivate the symmetry here. I think these kind of go in just a little bit, not a whole lot. Kind of give it that shape. Alright, there's one thing I want to fix up here. It's kind of pinching a little bit. I want to kind of bring this up a little bit. And maybe I'll squeeze this in just a little bit. Alright, what I'm going to do is, usually when I do my edges, what I usually do is select an edge here, and I loop it, and I hold the control key down and drag in to make the beveled look here. This time I'm going to try something different. We're going to go ahead and select this and use the lines tool here and use the curve extraction, and we're going to surface modeling and add thickness, and I'll bump that up just a little bit and validate it. Alright, now when I select the shoe, you can see it has subdivision of 2, so we'll go back here and give this subdivision of 2. As you can see how that's kind of working out there. Alrighty, kind of want this to be beveled in just a little bit more. Let's go ahead and select this little edge here, loop it, and we'll pull out just a little bit. Alright, it's not looking too bad. Go on the side view here, turn on the transparency, and just double checking everything real quick. Everything looks okay. I'm not bringing this heel up here. You know, I know you can see it to the picture. It looks the heel looks like it's to the right a little bit more, but it's just because the picture in the back's in perspective, and that's why I'm not bringing that in. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make the shoelace holes, and what I'm going to do is I bumped up the geometry to 1, then I'm going to collapse the DG. It's going to give me some more visual effects. And to make a hole more circle, you need to have the polygons kind of square. As you can see, this one here is kind of oblong. I mean, it's kind of long. This one here is kind of square. I want to keep them square. The more square they are, more round they're going to be. Kind of like this one here. So what I'll do is I'll loop this here. I might need to go into selection mode, and then we'll go down and we'll loop this, and we're going to select this last one. We're going to move this along here, and I'm going to drag it down just a little bit, and let's take a look at that one. That's not too bad. We'll loop this one here and do the same thing. And I'm going to go ahead and ring this one here and put one between it. Alright, now I got them all kind of, they're kind of pretty good and square here. I'm going to bump this up one more and collapse DG. We'll activate the cemetery one more time. And since I got some good square ones, I got to find out where I want to start my holes. Okay, I'll start one here and every other one here, here, and here. They all look pretty square. Alright, now this sometimes is working, sometimes it won't. So it's just a little trial and error. So I'll select one of these sweeps here, and I'll tap the space bar, tap it again, and I'll select and bring this out just a little bit. Tap the space bar a little bit. I'll bring it out just a little bit. I'm going to have to zoom in real close so you can see it. But usually I got to see the bottom. I'm going to see the whole thing at once. So I'll just bring it out just a little bit. Tap the space bar. I'll click here. Here. Tap the space bar. Double click to validate. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all these ones here and delete. Now when I subdivide it, I should be able to get a fairly decent hole or circle shape, which ain't too bad. I think that looks alright. And there's some more tweaking I can do on this, but I think this will kind of give you the idea. Okay, don't look too bad. I just want to double look. I just want to double make sure on this. But anyway, I think this is going to wrap it up. I can make the shoestrings. And the video is going to start getting long if I start going in. I got another video on the shoestrings that you want, if you wanted to follow along, or go ahead and send me a private message if you're watching this video or wherever you want. But anyway, thank you very much.